So, I've realised I've watched a lot of Ryan Reynolds movies, so today I'm going to rank them in this tier list. So here's my tier list. So we've got the categories Legendary Ryan, Great Ryan, Good Ryan, Meh Ryan, and make jokes about how bad this is in the next movie, please, Ryan. So, let's go, and we're starting off with Six Underground. Now, Six Underground I actually really did enjoy. I thought it was one of Netflix's better movies. It had a great cast, a pretty good plot. It was just a nice, fun action movie, but I will say that is Good Ryan. Then we got The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguards. This one was definitely worse than the first one, but was still another enjoyable film. It was just a nice action film with a bit of comedy in there. Salma Hayek's great in it as well. I'm going to put that as Good Ryan. Then we got Deadpool 2. Not as good as Deadpool 1 by any stretch of the means, but again, it was an enjoyable film. I enjoyed Deadpool 2. It was one of those superhero films I liked, especially in recent years. We've had some terrible films, so I'm also going to put that in Good Ryan. Then we come to Deadpool 1. Now, this film blew my mind. I remember going to see it in cinemas and thinking, whoa, this is amazing. I mean, this film walked so the boys could run. So for me, it has to go in Legendary Ryan. This is one of the best superhero films I've ever seen, and one of the best films I've ever seen, especially when you consider the budget. This was amazing. Then we come to The Change-Up. The Change-Up was actually an interesting one. It's where Ryan Reynolds plays this, like, what's he called? Like, Joey from Friends, but, like, on steroids. And then he switches with his friend, who's, like, the serious business type. It's actually a really enjoyable film, and it's kind of like Freaky Friday, but for older people. So I'm going to say that one was also a good film. Then we come to Ted. Now, Ryan Reynolds has, like, literally a cameo, so Ryan's performance isn't really important to the film, but Ted overall is a great film, so I'm going to put it in Great Ryan, but it's not really a Ryan Reynolds film. He does just kind of make a cameo, but he's in it, so he's going on the list. Then we've got Free Guy. Legendary Ryan. Honestly, Legendary Ryan. This film was so good. Video game movies usually suck. I mean, they are dreadful usually, but this one showed us that NPCs can be people too. So it had to be in Legendary Ryan. If you haven't seen the film, it's so good and really takes that video game genre and brings it out into this whole new world. It's fantastic. Then we've got Turbo, which a lot of people aren't such a big fan of. It didn't really do well in the cinemas. It kind of got overlooked as one of DreamWorks films, but for me, Turbo, flipping fantastic. It's brilliant. Legendary Ryan. The plot is great. It's so funny. Ryan Reynolds as Turbo is fantastic as well, can I just say. So for me, that's Legendary Ryan, but that might be a rogue shout, but for me, it had to go in there. Then we got Detective Pikachu. I don't know whether it's just because I love Pokemon, but that has to go in Legendary Ryan as well. Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu is fantastic. It's a combination I didn't know I needed, but wow, it's so good. So for me, that had to be in Legendary Ryan. I went to see this in the cinemas like 3 times. It's such a good film, and then I bought it as soon as it came out. Oh, so that had to be Legendary Ryan. Then we got Hobbs and Shaw, where Ryan's kind of like, Hobbs is like, what's the word? Like agent, tells him kind of what to do. For me, Hobbs and Shaw is a great film as well, so I'm going to put that as Great Ryan. Then we got The Adam Project, which was an interesting one, where Ryan Reynolds' character comes back from the future to save himself in the future by coming to the past. And he meets his younger self. Now, the younger self in this film is hilarious. Like, whoever the actor is for that, he deserves an Oscar because he nailed the younger version of Ryan Reynolds. So for me, this film, though, is a... I'm going to say Great Ryan. Then we've got another cameo of Ryan Reynolds, Bullet Train. He's in it for literally 7 minutes as this, like, agent in it. But Bullet Train as a film is unbelievable. I'm going to have to put it in Legendary Ryan because the film itself is magnificent. If you haven't seen Bullet Train, go and watch it. It's such a good action film. Has an all-star cast, and it's set on a bullet train in Japan, and it's literally the whole film set on that. But honestly, I didn't think you could do that much with the train, but wow, it's so good, so that had to be there. Then we got Red Notice, which I did really enjoy. I'm going to say Great Ryan. I mean, Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds in an action film as the leads. What more can you ask for, really? A good film, good plot, and I hope they make a second one of that. Then we come to the original Hitman's Bodyguard, which is definitely better than the Hitman's Bodyguard's wife. This film is great. I mean, some of the monologues Ryan Reynolds delivers in this film is fantastic. So for me, that's also a Great Ryan. And then we have The Croods, which is, again, an enjoyable film. I'll probably put as Good Ryan. So there you go, there's my tier list. I haven't got any for Meh Ryan or make jokes about this bad it's in the next film. If I'd seen Green Lantern, that would probably be in there because he does make jokes about it. But I haven't yet because I was told it was terrible when it came out and I've never got around to watching it. So for me, Ryan Reynolds makes some great films, but what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and where would you place them. Also let me know that.